Villa's only defeat in their excellent recent run at Leicester in that Worthington Cup semi-final. The least they want today is a repeat semi-final appearance in the FA Cup. Everton with an offensive-looking selection today. 3 at the back, 4 across midfield, but plenty of attacking options. Villa with the natural width provided by 5 across the middle of the park. They too with a natural, regular 3-man defensive line. But quite bold selection today from Walter Smith, who is proving himself as Everton's manager. Merson can get his head up for Villa. Just asked a little too much, but the slip by Unsworth lets Joachim in here. Well, you always felt it was asking a lot of him from that narrow angle, but the slip from David Unsworth instantly seized on here by Joachim, and he's not a man you want to let goal side of you. Keeper had all the angles right, certainly. John Collins doing a good job of covering. Perhaps a surprise recall today, Collins, reportedly out of favour with Walter Smith. Reportedly. Villa's corner. Clever invention by Merson with Carbone. It's not a bad one to the back. And Villa get the goal! And a magnificent move, finished off by Steve Stone. Just for a moment, Moura thought he had it, but it wasn't to be. Everton were caught flat by a brilliant corner move. A training ground routine, great ball to the back post, beautiful header back by Ehiog, and maybe Stone got a little bit lucky with the bounce here off the keeper, but it was a beautifully crafted goal. And truthfully, it was a little too good for Everton. Keeper perhaps was unfortunate, but Stone did all he could do, heading it down at the target. Won by Campbell. Drop for Joe Max Moore. Now, was it over the line or not? The goal is given, and Dermot Gallagher just had a little cursory glance to his linesman, but he was quite certain that the ball had crossed the line, and the man in form strikes back for Everton. And how brilliantly he did finish it. Campbell wins the first header. Villa had to clear it. Gareth Barry was caught dwelling on the ball. A critical error. And Enkelman was beaten by the lob. Right on the line here, Steve Stone is the player trying to get back goal side at the last. I'll leave you for your own opinion. Barry clearly at fault. And a brilliant little piece of invention by the American. Everton with a chance to launch one here in injury time. Unsworth waiting for the big guns to arrive. Here he comes. And he got there, Goff. Possible counter-attack here for Villa if Joachim is quick. It's a decent little ball here for Paul Merson, just the man they'd want on it. Still Merson, and it's going to be a tap-in for Benito Carbone, and Aston Villa squeeze in front at injury time in the first half. And it's a magnificent counter-attack. It's right out of the coaching manual. Paul Merson has so much to do, and how brilliantly he does it. Moura had to make a clean save and couldn't, and it's a simple job for a player of Carbone's abilities to knock a ball into an empty net. Aston Villa have scored 2 magnificent goals in this first half. Everton unbeaten here in the league this season. With just that one small blemish on their record. Carbone. Well, that would have set up Everton to have a mountain to climb here. No backlift, but it was beautifully struck. when it drops Benito Carboni so quickly onto these. And Moura wasn't waving it by, he was going across his goal. Arguably this is the biggest second 45 minutes of Everton's season here. Weir's ball is a good one. It's Nicky Barmby. Safety first from Boateng. Second half with Taylor on, Villa may prove a little more solid in the middle of their midfield. Weir, good ball in, and a half chance for Kevin Campbell. Those are the sort of bits and pieces that he's been foraging off so successfully in his Everton career so far. 21 and 36 before today for Everton. And in a tight game like this, that has to go down as a chance. Now Mark Pembridge can throw it long. Not as long as Dave Challoner of Tranmere across Merseyside, admittedly. Goff couldn't quite get on the end of it. Hutchison with time to line one up. And no bubbles this time at that end for Enkelman. Definitely feel as though there are more changes in the air as this one develops. Both benches active at the moment. Can Everton find a way through Villa? Will Everton play a tactical card or two here? Perhaps getting one of their potential goal threats on. Goal threat on the counter-attack's been provided by Villa here, though. It's Joachim with space. Went alone, perhaps was a little greedy. Still Villa with Boateng. Carboni won it, but maybe illegally. And did he knock the ball away? He got away with one in the first half, but not this time. And again, you felt Dermot Gallagher was forced to act, having perhaps been lenient in the first half with Carboni. It's a cheap way of getting booked, isn't it? And Carboni is onside here. Brilliant piece of work from Thomas Moura to keep Everton in the cup. For now, at least. Benny Carboni knows he should have finished the job here. Again, they are so sharp to break forward, Villa. Great athleticism in the middle of the park, setting Carboni on their way. All Villa have is a corner. Everton must have thought that was it. More good work from Stone. What a big game he's had today. Excellent work from Collins in return, though. Goff charging forward, leading by example. What a professional. You just think with the likes of Richard Goff, maybe the sands of time in the FA Cup are running away, and this might even be his last year. Who knows? He's giving it everything. I think we also underestimate just how important to the likes of a Carboni, an Italian import, into English football it is to play on that showpiece day, the FA Cup final at Wembley. There are still over 7 minutes of normal time to go here, plus injury time. Benny Carboni again. No foul. Gallagher doing so well to stay up with the play, the referee. Joachim putting his body in the way, and Collins in return scrapping it out. Everton get the decision. Quickly forward by Hutchison. It's rather hit and hope, though, you feel, for Everton. And each time it goes in there, a Villa defender sees it coming and heads it clear. $35,331 inside Goodison today. Nobody's leaving yet. Martyri. It's not bad. Oh, it's not to be Everton's day, surely, because that was the fairy story. It was Richard Gough with a magnificent volley. Enkelman was beaten, and Aston Villa must have thought it was in. And when that happens, surely you know it's not to be your day in the FA Cup. Wicked cross, brilliant strike by Gough, who has driven his team forward here in the second half. Villa fans think they've won it, and Everton fans believe that it could be all over. But it's not all over yet. Carboni couldn't win anything. Still time for Everton. There's Gough playing as a target man now, and charging on as the free kick is given. If ever a player is willing his team back into the FA Cup, it's Richard Gough here. Now the free kick probably will have to be taken again. Carboni is going to be heavily punished for a second needless card offence, failing to retreat the full 10 yards, trying to stop the free kick. 2 cheap yellow cards, and Benito Carboni goes off. And Aston Villa will have to play whatever time remains here with 10 men. In it goes from Cadamarteri. Too big for Gough. Couldn't get there. Hard though he tried. Now Joachim's got nobody to help him. He's got to run all those positions on his own. Brilliant follow-up tackle from Delaney. How he made up the yards. Aston Villa look a very fit team here. We've played fully 3 minutes of added time. There cannot be much more here. Stone, a great athlete. He'll go for the corner. That's all he had to do. And Dermot Gallagher draws a halt to a memorable FA Cup quarter-final. And it's Aston Villa's day. They are in the semi-finals. They will be going to Wembley. And effectively, I'm afraid for Everton, it will mean no trophy this season. It hurt. It really hurt for Aston Villa today. But how brave their players were. As they've recovered since November, Aston Villa's players have produced more and more character and determination, and a tremendous team ethic has got them out of the mire this season. They are playing for the jersey, as Ian Taylor says, and they have gone from strength to strength. The final result, it's Aston Villa on their way to Wembley for a semi-final, and they hope they'll be on their way back to Wembley in May for the FA Cup final proper. as Everton go out. Everton 1, Aston Villa 2.